Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Orchid, as well as Dash. And you're taking a look right here at the chart. You can see that is a big candle that is risen up right there, right? Oh, that's kind of weird. Hopefully you guys can see that on the video side there. Yeah, so we got a big candle that's risen right there and a big retracement back. So is this a pump and dump situation? We're going to be discussing that, what we found out in the information in the news, as well as what's been a lot of articles going on with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has had a big move, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh my gosh, I just did that. And guess what? If you're new to the channel, this is what you could kind of expect from me. I try to keep it lighthearted and fun for you guys and also informative. So if you are new to the channel, it's nice to meet you guys. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, or if you're a returning viewer, maybe you just came across my channel again and you haven't hit sub yet. We are trying to build a community, and the best thing you could do is if you click that little bell icon so that you get notified when we have a new video. So as far as for this video, guys, let's try to get to 50 likes. If we can get at least that would be absolutely amazing. I appreciate you guys and helping us hit these goals. And as always, leave any thoughts and opinions of anything down below. And let's go ahead and start with the articles here for Bitcoin. Bitcoin price surges to $16,200 accompanied by record volume. You guys can see that on this bottom chart right here, the real Bitcoin daily volume. The strong rally to $16,200 led Bitcoin spot volumes to rise by more than 270% in the past month. According to a recent report from Arcane Research, the daily volume on November 5th was the highest since the Black Thursday crash that brought Bitcoin price below $4,000 on March 13th. So that is pretty amazing. Just from that alone. Open interest for Bitcoin futures at CME also surged to near all-time highs last week at $934 million. The figure has been growing since the start of October and increased by 169% in the last month. Also, extremely bullish news. As volumes at top-tier exchanges and regulated derivatives markets continue to grow, it is possible that a Bitcoin exchange traded fund will finally be approved, and this would really open the gates for institutional investors to engage with Bitcoin and other crypto assets. So people, like for example, when you've got the Winklevoss twins with their exchange Gemini, they actually pitched the idea in the past for an ETF for Bitcoin and didn't get approved. And so it's been widely speculated, hypothesized, forecasted, predicted, whatever you want to say, that when a Bitcoin ETF is fully confirmed, that's going to be very good news for the cryptocurrency space and Bitcoin. And you should see related to that an increase in price and activity as well. So if we get something like that, then the whole going to the moon, we're already seeing it. Like the rocket has been lit. It's in process. Like right now, we're just trying to see if it can go through each of those atmospheres. So very, very cool, amazing information that's coming along this way, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that article out and move on to the next one. I always feel dangerous and living on the edge whenever I close out one of these little icons here to just smooth things out a little bit better, because I'm like, oh God, what if I got to do the video again? Which has happened before. And it was, oh God, I got to do the video again. But yeah, guys, so just a real quick side note, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing with you is based on what I'm finding out in the news. It's my own personal opinion, taking a look at the technical analysis charts and my point of view from that. And you guys should do further research on these things. But hopefully you find this video very valuable for you. Bitcoin breaks above $16,000 for the first time since January 2018. Ooh, baby. It's just a little key highlight point with that. Since 2018, right? Next thing, Bitcoin whale sell-off could capsize Bitcoin's voyage above $16,200. This isn't really a good thing, right? Because if you own Bitcoin, well, I mean, it depends on the way you look at it. If you own Bitcoin, you're hoping that the price is going to keep going up because you want your asset to be worth more, right? But at the same time, if a huge sell-off occurs, hey, it could be another buy-in opportunity. But you know, like, how many times you're going to be trying to go in with a buy-in opportunity? I would much rather at this point see Bitcoin go to $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, $10 million. And, you know, there's other altcoins that are good opportunities for things too. But I've been accumulating into Bitcoin for a hot minute now. And, you know, I want 2021 to be popping off and be doing some absolutely phenomenal, amazing things. So that's just my point of view with that. Bitcoin has been shown resilience above $16,000, which has historically been a pivotal reversal point. Due to Bitcoin surpassing this crucial area, the market sentiment around the top cryptocurrency has become overwhelmingly optimistic. However, this could leave the cryptocurrency and wider market vulnerable to a sell-off from whales. High net worth individual investors who hold large amounts of Bitcoin, described as whales, prefer to sell when there is high liquidity. In most cases, periods with the most liquidity are when the price of Bitcoin is increasing with significant market optimism. Continue on with this, though. I try to make some key highlight points with all these, as you guys can see. When the exchange whale ratio indicator surpasses 85%, it indicates that a correction is likely. Crypto Quant CEO Kai-Young Ju explained that 85% is correction level and 90% is dumping level for the indicator. Since the exchange whale ratio is at around 85%, Key said mass dumping is not likely, but minor corrections would likely to occur. So if it gets to the point of 90, from their perspective view on this, then that says, hey, it's ready to dump. But, you know, we're also looking at it right now that we're in a major rally. So you look at it in comparison to some of the previous years, but now we have the halving event, and the halving event takes place every 4 years. So this could be the very beginning phase. And there are pullbacks, and you should expect pullbacks. And because it's crypto, you should expect high percentage pullbacks. But 98.5%, man, like it was said before, everyone that owns Bitcoin, 98.5% of all people are in a profit from what they had bought. Looking for validation that Bitcoin whales are confident in their assets, the number of addresses holding at least 10,000 Bitcoin has just matched a 2020 high of 111. Additionally, those with 1,000 and 9,909 Bitcoin are now just 6 below the all-time high of 2,135 wallets. So there it is. And moving on. First mover, Bitcoin breaches $16,000 as committed holders diss Dalio's diss. Bitcoin briefly climbed above $16,000 for the first time in 3 years before quickly falling back below the psychological threshold. Against the backdrop of stimulus from the Federal Reserve, we expect investors holding cash to continue to allocate to Bitcoin, said Kyle Davies, co-founder of the digital asset fund Three Arrows Capital. The oldest and largest cryptocurrency doubled last year, and they're referencing Bitcoin, and it's doubled again in 2020. Compare that with the Standard & Poor's 500 index of large U.S. stocks, which has gained 44% since the start of 2019. So Bitcoin is the fastest horse, guys. And like Paul Tudor Jones said, what do you bet on? You bet on the fastest horse if you're going to bet. So this, absolutely amazing. And when you think about it, hey, if we get more stimulus checks, what happened last time? A lot of people put it into Coinbase, exactly $1,200. They just said, hey, thank you, Federal Reserve. Yoink, there we go. Put it right in there because I want my value to go up for my dollars, not down. If you just hold on to your regular dollars, it will go down because of inflation. Marathon reports record $835,000 quarterly mining revenue increased Bitcoin holdings. Check out this chart. Quarter 3 of 2020 up $835,184. Previous quarter 2 of 2020, $286,000. More than double, more than triple, doing my math correctly here, right? 3, 6, yeah, 24, yeah, roughly 3 times increase. And so Las Vegas-based Marathon Patent Group Thursday reported a record $835,184 in total quarterly Bitcoin mining revenue for the September period, a 160% increase from the same period last year. So this is from 2020, quarter 3, 2019, $321,000. Look at that, a substantial increase on the third quarter. And then if you look at it from the previous year, it was even lower than then. So you're seeing an increase as far as for their mining capacity goes. I would assume that they're also getting more equipment, and so that should also be factored in as well. Institutional money is pumping the DeFi markets back up. So key highlight here for those of you guys that are fans of some of these cryptocurrencies, most notably Orchid, which I highlight in each of my videos. I've got an ownership in this myself, a personal interest in this myself. I think it's got a great future, and a lot of the community that's found my channel so far, started helping build this channel because of my coverage on this coin. So I like to talk about it and see what the updates are, and then include other elements too, and of course Bitcoin in these videos. Polychain is accumulating several other top DeFi tokens, including Compound's Comp, Maker's Maker, Filecoin's File, Orchid's OXT, and 0x's ZRX, right? So they are accumulating Orchid. Who else is also accumulating Orchid besides Polychain? Another one would be Jump. Jump also holds Keep Network, HXRO, Numeraire, OXT, and Maker. Jump invested an undisclosed amount in Serum and owns 40 million SRM. Okay, huge news. Cryptocurrency trading on PayPal now active for all users. All being the big keyword for this. PayPal announced in a press release Thursday, which is today, that all PayPal users can officially hold, buy, and sell cryptocurrencies on the app, a feature that previously had been waitlisted for many users. The feature was first introduced on October 21st, less than a month ago, after PayPal was approved for a BIT license from the New York Department of Financial Services in June, but it is now officially available for all PayPal users. Users will also be able to make payments at any of PayPal's 26 million merchants using cryptocurrency beginning in 2021, the release stated. 26 million merchants, okay? That's a big key thing. When you're talking about adoption, this basically is a slap in the face to the guy we talked about in the video yesterday, that billionaire hedge fund guy. I don't even remember his name, okay? But he doesn't believe in this, and one of his key elements that he said was that he didn't feel its adoption was going to be there. And then lo and behold, PayPal comes out the next day. They're like, yo, what's the problem? You said the problem was not enough adoption, right? Merchants and things. Okay, let's go ahead and just check that one off right now. How about 26 million merchants? Does that sound like a pretty good start to the new year? Just from PayPal alone? I think that's a pretty good start, guys. Due to the demand from users for the service, PayPal has also increased the weekly purchase limit from $10,000 in cryptocurrency to $20,000, according to a statement emailed to PYMNTS, or payments, right? There are no service fees for holding cryptocurrency in a PayPal account and no fees for trading it through December 31st. So I would be very cautious with this. It means that as of the new year, it's indicating that there's going to be things that are going to change. So just keep that in mind. The move brings cryptocurrency further into the mainstream. Thanks to PayPal's large size and reach, the company has 346 million active accounts and processed over $222 billion in payments in the second quarter, payments previously reported. So really key information out of that article for sure. Now, what is going on with Dash? Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about this now. So a lot of you guys may have saw that there was this huge price increase. And what's also interesting is Dash is not like a 7-cent cryptocurrency. It's not like a 25 cent, a dollar. Right now it's at $78. And when it had this big, huge push up, it was starting off around $69.50. So from like $69.50 all the way up here to $105.34. What? Oh my gosh, that's a big move, dude. And so I tried doing a little bit of research, and this is the closest thing I could find that was uploaded about 12 hours ago. Dash objects to shape-shift culling of privacy coins. This is actually bad news, but things might change here in the future based on how things are kind of worded here. Cryptocurrency exchange Shapeshift recently delisted 3 privacy coins: Dash, Zcash, and Monero. This was an unexpected move, to say the least, given the exchange's historic commitment to privacy. Why then did it move to delist Dash, Zcash, and Monero, even as other exchanges such as Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance.us still list these coins? In a statement shared with Cointelegraph, the chief financial officer of Dash Core Group, Glenn Austin, said he found the delisting, quote, particularly frustrating because it could have been entirely avoided by a simple 10 to 15 minute call. So There are various privacy enhancing techniques that can be implemented on top of any public blockchain, including features like off-chain transactions, shielding addresses or amounts, Mimblewimble, tumbling / mixers, and CoinJoin. CoinJoin is the only privacy feature that currently exists in Dash wallets. Bitcoin also has many wallets that support CoinJoin. So it sounds like to me there is potential that this could come back onto the exchange if they make some adjustments on it or some further clarity is to end up taking place. What is also interesting though is that this suggests that it's being removed, and so it's going to be less widely adopted from places. Like you might think that, oh, there's less access to it, but the demand is just now going down, right? Like you don't have a new market space. Nobody can get it through there. So anybody that wants to get it through there, if they don't have any other means to do it, well, it's like, okay, well, that's it. But if they have access to it, they can buy it, and they're competing against other people, then you can really clarify the demand aspect of this. And once again, guys, if you're watching, you're new, and you're enjoying, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up like button if you haven't yet done that already. We are trying to get to at least 50 likes on this. I appreciate you guys being here, and turn on that bell notification as well. But looking at the chart, you see a massive spike up. So it's almost as if this was a pumped situation, because that news isn't really that great of news. And when we take a look at this on a closer perspective, like on a 4-hourly, you could see that within a 4-hour time period is where most of this activity had taken place, and the volume of the candle was absolutely astronomical as well. Let's zoom in even more on the 1-hourly. On a 1-hourly, that's where most of the buy action had started to rally. There was a bit of a pullback and then a further continuation on until a massive retracement that took place all within that 1 hour. A lot of people trying to take their profits. Let's go in even more on a 15-minute perspective scale. So on a 15-minute perspective scale, you can see that we had two minor rallies that took place, but immediately there was a sell-off, essentially the equivalent. So when you talk about like a pump and dump situation, this is very, very, very much in your face. This was a pump and dump, okay? Big rally up, big price drop down. Rallied up, and then big price drop back down. And like it's side by side in this action. Look at this. Big rally up, massive drop down, almost to the same level. Big rally up once again, massive price drop down, essentially to that baseline and long consolidated space. Let's go look at it even smaller, 5-minute scale frame, right? So you can see that there's a repetitive pattern that took place here. And even within a 5-minute time scale from like back here, you see just example, this one candle went from about $80 all the way up to $100, $20 price increase in 5 minutes. And if somebody caught that and was able to take their profits off of that in a 5-minute time frame, oh boy, dude. And now you go take a look at this on a bigger scale. Does it have a chance still in the future perspective? Let's look at that for just a moment too, right? Well, it had a high here, we could see back on January 14th, 2020, this year, at $145 approximately, right? Well, 100, yeah, like around $155. And with where it's currently at, it's at $78. So you're looking at almost a 2 times if it does decide it wants to have that rally again. And you can see it had an explosive rally up there as well, and a quick retracement back. So not great news as far as just the standard news goes, and question might lead then to, because of its privacy aspect, and one of these exchanges had led that example, are other exchanges going to start taking this off as well? And a lot of people are just going to be like, nope, I don't want to touch this thing. So you got to keep an eye out on that. If there's more exchanges that pull away from that, then I don't see a really good promising future for something like Dash. But it sounds like to me that there's a little bit of a miscommunication on this, and it also sounds like Dash is probably capable of making some adjustments. But you know, I'm not on their team. I'm not guaranteeing anything like that's going to happen. It's just my own opinion on something like that. Let me know what you guys think about all of this as well. And then also looking at it, it is currently technically above the 21 EMA. In fact, on the daily, you can see that it has closed 3 days in a row above the 21 EMA, and it's starting to have another green candle right here. And I like to talk about this. I keep it on the fundamentals. We have 3 days of establishment above a key level, and on this key level, it's that 21 EMA. So does it have a chance to have another further continuation rally? based on this, it leans more towards the positive. You already had a big retracement backwards like this. There are still exchanges you can still get this on, obviously, or else people wouldn't be buying it right now, right? A little bit of a concern is the RSI, but with Bitcoin's rally, when we have big bull runs like this, the RSI starts to go out the window. So right now, keep an eye out. Make sure it gets above that $82.50 level that it kind of tapped off of right here. You can see a little bit further back, just a slightly lower level, right around the $80 range. So I would say $80 first. You can see these previous levels that it had to try and bounce off of, or it bounced off of, it tried to go through. So around that level, and then the next level around the $82.50 level. Otherwise, it could have a further retracement back. And if it retests against that 21 EMA, which you can also see had some bounce effects that took place back here on these candles, as well as the tops for the closes on these points. So a key level of support I would be looking at, it's going to be around $70.61. So that is it for that right there. And then now we're going to go ahead and take a look at Orchid and finish this bad boy off with Bitcoin. Looking at Orchid, once again, not a great set of positions, guys. I said that because of the long run that this has had on the rally down, and it's gone down and down and down and down and down. You take a look at this, down, 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 down. It needs to establish itself a little bit stronger. So you want that strong level of support, guys, ideally 3 days above that level, that 21 EMA. And it had 1 day close, 2 day close above. And I was saying it's looking good, but we really need this other day. Otherwise, I'm again, unfortunately, leaning more towards it going back to trying to retest the top of that level of that resistance. So yeah, it's great that it broke above the 21 EMA. I'm sorry, it broke above that for just a temporary moment, but also the level of resistance, but it needs to ground itself. Otherwise, we get fake outs and you get your expectations up. And I believe in the project. I want it to do well, but unfortunately, it closed below the 21 EMA. It's fighting it. It's trying to push its way back up now. You can see that it tapped off the 21 EMA, which this 21 EMA, you look at it historically, it's been a very key level of resistance throughout all of its course of since it had this big massive explosion to $1. And you know, it sounds so basic, but like it's proving to be extremely reliable, guys. If it can close above, once again, but I'm looking at 3 days of establishment, then I feel it's much more secure in the mindset that like, okay, we're actually having a legitimate positive rally. You can see the 21 EMA is even going sideways at this point. So it needs to try and do something. It's starting to form this big consolidated space within the just under the 0.236 on the Fibonacci retracement. So break above that and we're looking good. Otherwise, based on how I've been showing on this pattern here, it's looking like a key level of support is going to be all the way down on around 20 cents, 20 and a half cents, or even more considerably if you just adjust this a little bit more. It's bounced off right here off the top there, and that wedge is just slowly widening as we keep doing these charts over this time. It was so pinpoint down, and now it's broadening, 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 but still a descending wedge, which is a key indication of a reversal pattern, right? So, you know, you get that level based on the previous level. This is a little bit more established at this point. So more imminently, if it can stay above 2140, that's a key level. Now I want to hop over to Bitcoin because I'm actually watching on this other chart right here. We're getting some major rally. Look at this. Look at that beautiful action, guys. Green, people buying it above the standard price. Red, people are able to somehow buy it cheaper than the listed price, which causes the price to go down, right? I don't know what kind of crazy person is going in there and they're like, you know what? I really don't know if somebody's going to buy Bitcoin right now. Maybe I should list it for less than the price so that I'm guaranteed. Like, have you seen what's been going on? Have you been like, you're okay? I mean, I guess if you want to, you don't want to make more money. It is what it is. But we're in a rally, guys, and there is demand and it is increasing. It is increasing. Hopefully, like the likes on this video. It's sponsored by Atlas, Crypto Atlas. Subscribe today. All right. Yeah. I mean, no shame. No shame, right? I see you trying to judge me from behind that computer. What's your name? I can't hear you. It's a computer. If you actually said something, then you're kind of a weirdo. Just saying that, guys, unless you're telling that person over there, hey, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for inviting your friend to my videos. These are stupid jokes, I know, but hopefully it put a smile on your face regardless. And so you take a look over here at Bitcoin, you can see a key level of resistance, and look, it had bounced off of it previously. The last day had bounced off of it right here, and we are so close, guys. We are so close as this line. Look, I didn't even change this. I literally didn't even change this line. You could see that it had bounced off of that key level point, and that level is at approximately $16,400, and it's making a rally. We're seeing a little bit of red action right now, but it's already had some good movement. It broke above the $16,000. The daily close as of yesterday above $16,300, right? And now with the new daily establishment, is it going to continue even further? And you can see the volume is so low. Hardly anybody is contesting this. And you know that there's going to be whales that want to take their profits. So high volatility is expected unless people are just looking at it and they're like, you know what, like it's too risky for me to try and do shorting right now. Just go with the flow, right? You want to try and make profits. What do you have more interest in? Your ego and being right and saying that like, oh, I called it when the price was going down, or you to get screwed over and lose out more money when you have the easy bet, which is showing that it's going on a further continuation, unless you know something crazy that other people don't know, right? Is it going to break above this level? That's a key level that needs to do. And then if it can break above that level of resistance that's been showing its formation here in that channel, which is actually now becoming a broadening wedge, by the way. It's no longer a channel. It's broken up above in that formation here. So a little bit of cause for concern for that, especially we've had so many days above the 21 EMA. It is very feasible that it could have a major correction back down, even almost $2,000. We've seen huge action movements of things in the course of one day. But right now, it is looking really good. It's looking really good and has me excited, and hopefully it has you guys excited too. And hopefully by the time you guys see this video, it's still doing good. Hopefully, right? Now, the next key level that needs to break above, if we go back here in time, it's going to be around the $17,250 range. Right about there, guys. So if it can break above this level, we're looking very nice, and it is a lot more probable that we'll just see it carry the rest of the way to the 20K. And then I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a lot of sell-off that takes place at 20K, and it even pulls us back quite a bit, because I'm sure a lot of people are still skeptical that there's not going to be other people that are doing that fake out too. Unless somebody has a huge buy order already set up at 20K, which I'm personally hoping that some massive whales are like, you know what, I'm buying right now, but I want to keep going. And they're just like, I got my bags ready. When it hits 20K, anybody that's trying to stop this movement, they're going to see it continuing on, and they're going to be like, well, okay, I'm not going to sell off. Cool. It's actually still going, right? We got to see how things play out. But right now, $16,400. Oh, baby. $16,408. Can you imagine this turns into like a 6-hour video? I'm like, oh my God, it's still going. It's at 17K. It's at 18K. It's at 20K. 100,000. I meant to make like a 25-minute video, and it turns into a 6-hour video. Oh, man. No, I wouldn't do that to you guys. I'll just make another video. Oh, yeah. All right, that's going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys. And, you know, we're watching this as I'm watching this. You're watching the aftermath. It just broke above it. We just saw it happen right now. It's amazing. Beautiful. Let it keep going. Let it pass above that little top right there, right? It's pulling back a little bit. Still fighting some resistance. It's so close to that range. 16,435. This is so exciting to watch stuff like this. It's like watching a sports game for me, where you got two teams going back and forth, especially like a basketball perspective. And so, guys, thank you so much once again. If you haven't already subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on any of the stuff that's been going on. And the bell notification is a great way for you to know when we go live. thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this community, and I hope that we continue to grow it. And I look forward to anything you guys say down below. Hello, even, or telling me what you guys have been investing in or looking at and stuff like that. Have a good day, guys.